Okay guys, welcome back to Mason Fix It, and today I think we're gonna be placing a wheel bearing on my Baja Warrior, cause look at how much play this has, and you're gonna see how the frame moves up and down on the wheel, and that should not have that much play. And the reason why I took a look at this is because my brakes have been making a ton of noise, and they kind of feel kind of odd. Like it's like they don't feel as then I can even feel the frame shift when I pull the brakes on it. So we're gonna be taking a look at that, and I bet you it's a wheel bearing that is causing that. So let's get started. Okay, up my bike goes. You can start by unbolting the back axle with the 19mm socket, and you can just hold the other end with the 18mm wrench, and you can just loosen the chain tensioners. You can take off the nut that is on the brake cable, and once you get that off, you can slide the cable through, take off the spring, and unclip the cable from the frame, and then you can loosen the bolt that holds on the brake drum. And there we go. Okay, I'm just going to take off the exhaust because the pipe is kind of blocking where the bolt would slide out, and it'll just give me more room to work with. Well, I think it's clearly a loose bearing or a blowing bearing in there, and I can't but believe I rode several miles on this today, but let's fix it. Oh, and now to take off the wheel, make sure your chain is off. Make sure it's not gonna catch the wheel when you try and take it off. Make sure it's off. Okay, now let's take a look at this. Well, that might explain why it felt loose. Now let's check this other bearing. Yeah, that doesn't feel good. Okay, so that is what is left of the bearing, but we still have the outer bearing, because basically what this is you have this piece that goes on the outer side, and then you have this that goes on the inner side, which goes in the axle, and then you have these like ball things that are greased and just make it spin real nice. But we have this, and sometimes these can be hard to get out, but we'll see if I can't get it out. Okay, so to remove these bands, I'm just using a pry bar. Keep in mind, a pry bar can damage the bearings, but I'm not planning on using these bands, so it works for me. And you can see that came out quite easy. Okay guys, my bands came, so let's get these installed. I'm gonna put your bearing in the wheel and just lightly tap it in. You don't want to damage the bearing, just lightly tap it in. And same thing with the other side. And one thing that I should mention is just make sure that's clean, and that's pretty well clean. So, yes, and sometimes they'll pushing like that too. So there we go. Okay, to put the wheel back on, it's just the opposite of taking it off. Make sure you get the spacers correct, and don't forget to put on the chain tensioners. And well, don't be a idiot like me and remember to loop the chain through, but I'll just take the chain link off and loop it around. And always make sure your chain link goes in the direction of the wheel is spinning, or the chain is spinning, so it can't catch something and not knock it off, and the chain come off and you get stranded. Okay, now, but before we tighten up the brakes, first we're gonna want to tension the chain, which basically that will pull the wheel back, and you'll want to tighten that evenly down on each side, and to make sure it's even, you'll see there is those little marks, and you just line the thing up with those marks on each side, and that's how you know your wheel is even. And just make sure the wheel spins freely, and spin it some, check the tension, spin it some, check the tension, and it might change tension and little bit, but that's okay. Just make sure it's somewhat even, and that seems good, so we can tighten that up. Now you don't want to tighten the bolt too tight, because you want the wheel to spin freely, and that is good. And of course, lock tight all the bolts that you're gonna tighten up, because you do not want anything coming loose. And make sure that's tight, because the brakes are pretty important. Okay, guys, I just took this out, and this feels a lot better. Because that the wheel was invited on the drum brake, and that just was like it feels so much smoother. So check them, young bands. Oh, and the brake feels a lot better, because before it was riding on the drum brake. But please like, subscribe, and share this video. Thanks for watching.